Hello, Radiant Creators. No, wait, not Radiant Creators. That's the other podcast. That's our radiantcreators.com, my other podcast. This is just my Bitcoin thing. So, welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. Bitcoin has been pumping. It kind of got a little bit of a jolt today, and then it gave some back. Let's check it out. Let's look at the big picture, run through things, and just see what's up. As always, BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. Your assets are safe. Bitcoin puke, Sparks, zero balance, Coinbase glitch. Definitely, Bitcoin kind of had a bit of a serious pump, then a dump, and when that happened, I saw that dump, and I was like, "Oh, I'll find the bottom of this and do a little swing trade in, depending on how far it goes." And as you can see, Coinbase, it's offline. I mean, it's there. I guess our funds are safe. I have no doubt. I certainly don't keep all my eggs in that basket, but I would just say that interesting. I mean, Bitcoin really was kicking ass. Huge volume coming in. Bitcoin collapsed, losing 5,000 in minutes, but that's not really accurate because it pumped, then it gave a lot back, and what it lost supposedly in minutes, that's a wick. But anyways, it really just went, kind of crazy. The trading explosion is spilling into the Bitcoin futures ETFs as well. Okay, whatever, the Bitcoin ETFs spilling into stocks too. MicroStrategy also, record volume makes sense because MicroStrategy is kind of like they're a huge holder of Bitcoin. And that broke Coinbase, as some users saw zero balances. I did actually, so I'm in that that elite posse. Anyway, we're good. I'm not too worried about it. We're dealing with a large surge of traffic. Apologies for any issues you encounter. The team is working to remediate. Brian Armstrong, that's the little CEO. And there's who's this guy? Some whatever old dude laughing about something. Bitcoin breached 60,000 for the first time in 2 years, and 3 months after rising over almost 20% in the last 3 days. So definitely, we've had some crazy stuff going on. Oh, actually, you can see right here where it's going up against. Will it break its old all-time high, which was in the 60Ks? Interesting. So anyway, we won't dwell on that. Basically, yes, if you're a Coinbase user, that's where I will admit that's where I have a small amount of Bitcoin that I kind of swing in and out on multi-day or week trades. And I was thinking, let me find the bottom of this retrace and hop in, and or maybe hop in, and it's like, sorry, before it was just like you didn't have, it only showed that I had like USDC and that was it. And I was like, well, something's broken here. And then at the same time, now it's just broke. It's just broke. So Coinbase broke. Looking at the big market here on FinViz, the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500, all in the red, all down a bit. Not too terrible, but it's definitely not a positive day for the traditional market. Looking at the S&P 500 in depth here, let's look at it. Google down 2.4%, Meta down 4.4%, real estate, for whatever, specialty is doing okay. Mostly everything else is, Tesla's up 1.2%. So in general, just NVIDIA down. What? Oh my God, the world's ending. That's the four horsemen are coming. The apocalypse has started. For whatever reason, healthcare plans taking a hit today. So S&P 500, it's just one of those days. Basically, the big indexes are not too phenomenal today. Looking at the DXY on the daily chart here, as you can see, top left-hand corner here, dollar strength index is making a bounce off of that 200 moving average on the daily. Might get back in that upwards channel, and if it does, that would definitely, it's almost like this is kind of it would make sense. Bitcoin had pump, and now it's retracing a good deal. Definitely a pumping dollar strength index on the daily, getting back into that upwards channel and bouncing off that 200 moving average is that will slight Bitcoin's perkiness for sure. Crude oil sideways. Tell you what, something weird has been being manipulated in this world. If crude oil is sideways, whatever. Unless you don't know that an outside exists, you don't go outside. Whatever. If you have any idea what world events are going on, then crude oil sideways is just, well, that's whatever. Gold sideways, silver sideways, gold sideways positive, silver sideways positive, and that is under the 200 moving average. Kind of weak. It's coming in at like $22.37. Man, I might have to go and it is playing, and silver is playing with a, a bottom that it has been flirting with for quite a while. When it hits it, it'll probably move up. We'll see what's going on. I may stack some silver coins today when I'm out and about. Stop by one of my favorite coin stores and hook that up. Now, looking at Bitcoin trading volume, Bitcoin 23 billion in volume last 24 hours. It's up 255%. So definitely game on with Bitcoin. Looking at this is an hourly chart, you can see recently we had some serious moves up last couple of hours. We had a huge Darth Maul doji right there. You can see on the hourly, and longs and shorts got obliterated because people were trying too hard. Looking at longs versus short sentiment on Bitcoin, on Binance, where the big volume is. 48% long, 51% short. That's kind of indecisive to me right now because basically we're so volatile. Who knows what's going to happen? Looking at the top 20 exchanges over in the right-hand corner, you can see that's the volume for spot trading. Spot trading is insane. Looking at this guy here is broke today. Darn it. Live Bitcoin charts. Oh, it came up. Cool. 61,022. That's wonderful. Looking at the top 100 alts, some are in the red, but most are in the green. Some have really gone crazy. Arweave, I like it just because its abbreviation is R, AR. I like that. So Arweave up to 45%. Dogecoin up 15%. Woo, that's nice. Fetch AI is up 14.1%. Aptos, whatever that is, APT. I've seen it. It's been around for a while. APT is 21%. So we got some nice moves today for sure. If you're, and I would say this is great. We got some action going on. I like it. Oh, Toncoin, TON. This one's interesting. This guy's been up 13%. So I like what I'm seeing. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Sorry, this is a small monitor today, but basically, as you can see here on the 15-minute chart, we made some serious, pump action there. We were moving hard. And then of course we dumped hard, and you can see the, like this wick here on the 15-minute chart. That was the end of a lot of hopes and dreams for people who had longs. I'm telling you, that's for sure, And anyway, probably picked up a bunch of limit orders down there. And then of course it continued to retrace, wicked again. So this to me really is, well, it could just be by chance, but definitely I think that, whenever you see this kind of action, like let's just pump extraordinarily, let's dump, let's wick, let's maybe look for recovering, let's wick. Okay, now let's keep going. So anyway, I would just say that definitely this was a great way to wreck a lot of longs and shorts. And you can see it right here. The purple are, I think, what shorts that got wrecked, and the orange are long, and this huge volume spike here on the hourly. And so just, boom. That Darth Maul doji wiped out a lot of people. So basically, longs and shorts wrecked. Anyhow, looking at the chart, I mean, let's look at the 45-minute chart. Yeah, you can see, especially here in the 45-minute chart, and this little line going across here. This is just a little alert for me because I'm thinking 57,500 might be a place where I hop back in, where I actually do that swing trade if it continues down. You got to see where it's actually at that moment. But I have some other alerts set, and basically my take on it is that's where we have if I was to do a little beam here, horizontal ray, just looking at previous, I wouldn't surprise me if that previous top resistance became support. And we kind of wicked down to it pretty close. So I'm not eager to get back in. We'll just see what happens. But I'll do a little swing trade in. I'm not going to short right now, but I'm also not going to confidently long. I'm going to let it come to me. The 45-minute chart's awesome because it's above the 200 moving average. It's looking wonderful. I like it. Let's look at the 4-hour. Oh, look at the 4-hour. This tells the story right here. On the 4-hour, you had this beautiful run up, stacked candles. So those turn purple on the body stack, and then bam! Look at that Darth Maul doji. So I mean, longs and shorts wrecked. And of course, if we look at our indicators here, our squeeze indicator, directional index, ADX, volume, in general, we may continue up. But I'm just this. Bitcoin is doing great. It's above 60,000. We'll see what happens. Definitely some money came in, did some manipulation, and wiped it. I mean, you got to realize there's always going to come a point where At the bottom, there's no one selling anymore. At the top, there's nobody buying anymore. And that's where you're usually going to see an explosive move. So just be aware. Definitely, I'm just chilling. I do think that the previous support, or I should say previous resistance, will become support at around 57,500. That's just unsolicited advice, not financial advice. Arcane speculation, but I do think that could be a swing trade for me to hop back in if the indicators roll over towards the negative, find support there, start moving up. I definitely think that we're that's the game I'm playing right now. Just to be honest with you, as far as my Bitcoin and trading. Let's look at the daily chart and get rid of other stuff here. So daily chart is looking good. Love the 200 moving average. It's wonderful. Look at those beautiful daily candles all stacked and they're purple. You can see it really pushed hard today. Got a wick up there to like 61,000 plus. So I mean, we're definitely. I mean, I never like saying due for a retrace. Who knows? Because there's no top and there's no bottom. Bitcoin can do whatever it wants. But like this alert here that I put in around like 47,000, I think it was. Yeah, it was 47,000, I think, right there. I have one. And where's it at? Like 47,000. Edit. Yeah, 47,000, basically. You never know. You could see a retrace to there. You might see a retrace just to 57,500. So, I got, if I have my own other exchanges, but if Coinbase, gets its act together, maybe I'll stick a limit on there and look at like a limit for 57,500, and then just kind of like a total Hail Mary limit for like 47,000, maybe 47,100, 47,200, 47,300. You never know. You could see a wick. In the daily chart, you can definitely see where it's possible. So that's where I'm coming from. If I take this, if we look right now, let me actually do a 3-day chart so we can see it a little bit easier. Do a 3-day. And what is this thing about? Wow. Old stuff. So let me actually fix this here. All right. And then now let me go to 3-day. Okay, so here's your 3-day chart. And like I say, what I like here is I am going to fire up a fib sequence here, which you guys have seen many times. Go back to like March 2020. Go to the all-time high we had in the past. And you can see where we're at. I do love the, let me actually nix this one moving average. We just don't need that. Just looking at the 200. You can see the 200 is down in the 618 golden pocket. You can see how this beautiful amount of time here really does stick. We've gotten above the 236 fib level. We're challenging an all-time high. It would make sense that there you go. I'm just betting on maybe coming down to 57,500 for a buy, or maybe even come way down to like 4,700. Just looking at old. Also, this is a big. This was an original. This was resistance before, right around the 4,700 level. You can also see resistance around what is it like 51,000, 52,000. Anyway, guys, Bitcoin is just pumping. I would really, whatever your trading methodology is, just if you're looking for a swing into Bitcoin or something like that, just don't try too hard, because right now we are in definitely some volatile movement here, and the indicators, I see lots of volume. Directional index is rolling over, ADX is rolling over, but the squeeze indicator, probably. So I would just say, be careful. Let whatever your trading methodology is, like if you're swing trading Bitcoin or whatever, just make sure you're following your methodology. Have your stop losses in and all, because we are just in a remarkably volatile moment right now. So is it going to go up or down? I don't know. I don't know. But I myself am not really going to hop on back in with my swing trade in Bitcoin unless I see it give a little bit more back. Like my sweet spot would be beginning around 57,500 is where I think maybe I would, if Bitcoin was doing a nice bounce there, came down, indicators rolled over and started moving up. That's a place I might trust to hop back in. So looking at SHIB, This is from yesterday. So, oops, what happened there? Oh, sorry about that. Wait, everything's going crazy. Get back in my window. There we go. So looking at SHIB versus USDT, this is from yesterday. You can see it blasted above that fib level, but look at how it played out. I mean, literally that thing wicked down to the past the 200 to the 314 moving average right here at the 786 fib level. Then it also worked right down to the .5. You can see where the fib levels really come into play. And right now it's trying to, on the 45-minute, find support now above its previous ceiling. And this is a pretty tight chart. So SHIB, I'm not exactly really ready to get into it right now. I think because it's extreme volatility right now in the market. So definitely, be safe. But I kind of like what SHIB is doing. That's what I'm watching for a good opportunity. Theta, it stayed within the fib from yesterday. Came down to the 382. It's kind of going sideways. It's squeezing towards it might be rolling back over towards the positive. We'll keep an eye on this one. Not extraordinarily exciting, I must admit. But how about Doge? I'm going to watch it on KuCoin. Yeah, wow. So Doge had a beautiful upwards channel going a while ago. Blew that thing out of the water. Moved, pumped like crazy. It's a 45-minute chart. It might be starting to give some back, and that's fine. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. Yeah, its indicators are great on the 4-hour. It pushed hard. It wicked. Now it's beginning to roll over a little bit. What I would kind of do, and what I'm going to do actually, is do a fib sequence here. Now I want a fib retracement. And go right here to where it started pumping. Go use that wick, and I will just wait for it. I'm going to watch Doge to do a retrace from here and then hop in on it. I mean, it definitely could have. This might be one that continues. Everyone loves Doge. And SHIB is kind of a nice chart, a little bit more sideways, not quite as exciting. It's trying to, ultimately, if you really kind of round it up, you had a higher high, but then it blew it. Then you had a higher high, and that's fine. I would not kind of count this retrace yet. I'm just going to let it roll and see what happens. But SHIB is a favorite coin of mine. I like what I'm seeing here. This is good. It's too volatile right now for me to really know what to do with it. Doge, I'm going to wait for a nice retrace here on the 4-hour chart. Let's look at a 45-minute chart and see how that looks. Yeah, let's just let this thing retrace. It wouldn't surprise me if you look at this old upwards channel, if it came down and actually found support on the top of that and then began to move up. Would not surprise me. Anyway, this is a volatile day. Everything's insane. I've rambled quite enough. When you're this pumped out, when reality is this crazy, then myself personally, it's time just to sit back and chill. Like I say, if we get to 57,500, I might put a limit in here if Coinbase starts working again, and then maybe catch a wick. Hopefully not catch it while it plummets past it. But volatile time, it's insanity. We're breaking stuff. We're breaking Coinbase. Take care, everybody, and that's all I got for the moment. While the market's really hot, I'll be trading more. I'll be keeping this. I'm just going to start doing the daily views on this laptop, even though I know the big machine, you can see things better. But this is where I can keep things open that I'm actually going to be trading, and we can have some consistency day to day. And hey, the more interesting the market is, the more I'll be on. Everybody, take care. And I will talk to you all again as soon as possible. Let's keep this rolling and make some money. Take care.